So we're gonna have a low-key stream today. I'm feeling a little bit, not sick, but just like worn out. And I got a friend who has jaundice, so I'm a little bit concerned about her. And I want to make sure she's okay, so we're gonna keep this not exactly short, but sweet. And to keep it nice and sweet, we have to check what the sorties are and unleash the most powerful loadouts from my channel to destroy them. A hijack sortie. An Eximus Stronghold hijack sortie. Alright, well, I have just the thing, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna break out the secret weapon of my channel. Deep into the bowels of my ship, we will unleash the ultimate beast. Come forth, Catatonic. We will destroy the corpus together. Behold, my beast of war. Catatonic, we will fight as one. Gotta give it some drugs first. Hey, you finally made a stream. That's great. Welcome to the stream. Oh, chat is like scrolling. I'm gonna reverse that. But yes, Catatonic. Oh yes, my beast. Come forth, power. All right, this is my Critty Kitty, my glorious Adarza Kavat. This beast will give us sick, flat 60% crit chance on our new core. My new core has a 14 times critical multiplier. Oh baby. Hot Flame says, recommend an Aterix build with no maiming strike. I could do that later, yeah. I'll probably do it after the sorties, so you'll have to be patient. But yeah, I could do that, sure. That should be pretty easy. I think I just reversed the alignment of the messages. There we go, pretty nice. I would still like it to be a little bit more opaque, actually. But yes, so we're going to use this glorious nuclear cat to destroy the world. I'm going to try this much. Or just like none. How about just none? Yeah, I kind of like that better. Alright, let's leave it at that. Great. So, we're going to do an indeed orgasmic 14 times critical damage, and that will surely allow us to defeat these Eximus enemies. I just want to check really quick that I have the new Inaros augment equipped, because it's really, really good, as I'm sure you all don't need to be told. Let's, Negation Swarm, excellent, and I have Rush, not that it's really necessary. I'm not really sure what I'm going to put in my X-list for my Inaros now, like... You needed Handspring before, but like, now it's like, what? What do you even do? What's cooler, the Grenier or Corpus? Corpus, probably. I don't know. They just have like more... They take more tactics to fight. I just want them to be like a little harder. That's all. Alright, Cat, let's do this. Charge up our Negation Swarm armor. This is now much more important than it was before because it negates status effects. Madway, hello! Hello, Mr. Pants. Nice greeting, man. Welcome. Okay, since you liked my... keep out, welcome. Since you like my bouncing Ferox so much, here's another one. The Panthera counts as a beam weapon. What the hell? Really? Also, look at this, like, glorious one-shot damage. That's some... Okay, we don't need to kill these enemies. Let's pass them. Come on, Cat. Let's go. Oh, actually, I gotta heal up. It's not that hard to do sorties solo. It's just good clickbait for people who haven't watched the channel before. Yes, I said it. It's totally clickbait. But like, yeah, I mean, I am doing the sorties solo. If people don't think that's impressive, that's definitely cool with me. I don't think it's that impressive, but some people do, so I want them to be impressed. Or unimpressed, I don't know, at least they'll watch the channel. So I know when I hack this, it will start going forward. So I want to make sure we're at full health by doing like finishers and stuff, right? We're gonna kill all those. Make sure we get lots of finishers off to make sure these enemies are not... Oh, here's a new Rattel spawner thing. I'm just being overly careful because I think it's not going to be fun and impressive unless I do it in one shot. We got to get it right the first time. That's what I think. I wish we had more enemies. We need more enemies. Inaros needs fuel. Alright, we'll charge up that swarm again. We should be fine. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's go for it. Alright, so the tractor is a rollin', as it were. Now it's going to power itself with my health because I'm in Inaros. So this is actually kind of good because it means that I can do finishers to replenish my health and we can just kind of go. Or if I'm good enough with the Hema, I brought the Hema. If we get enough headshots, I can just we can just never stop, potentially. But hijack missions are like super not meant to be done solo, so I don't know, it definitely can be kind of hard, but we should be okay. Power use prevented, that's a little bit aggressive. Luckily, Inara should have enough health, just like without... What the hell is that thing? Should have enough, what's it called? Health to just kind of go, you know? Oh, it took off my Scarab Armor. It negates your Scarab Armor. That sucks. Alright. Damn, I didn't realize. It's true, I guess. In sorties, these things are basically nullifier bubbles. What's the most synergistic frame? Nidus. Probably Nidus. Nidus is one of the only frames where no matter how you play him, you should be using all of his abilities. And they're all good, and they're all better together, and etc., you know? So I think Nidus is the most synergistic. Again, questions are totally valid, totally what we want in this stream. Like, we're partially doing this so that we can all hang out and just, like, talk. So, I'm a little bit worried about my health, so I'm trying to grab some headshots in here. There we go, nice. Got a little bit more. We'll keep on trucking. It's a bit hard to get headshots with this thing normally, but, like, especially when friggin' you're, like, moving, you know? Will you do Prime Farm? No, that would be boring to watch, I'm sorry. I don't think people want to see that. I don't want to see that. Although, maybe a little bit at the end. If this goes really fast, then I'm gonna do something, so, like, you know. They patched being able to infinitely pilot these as the operator, right? You would think. Yeah, it looks like I can't even go operator mode on this thing. This was really easy, I gotta say. I guess because, like, a lot less enemies spawn when you do it solo, so that makes it a lot easier. My cat is, like, way out of formation here. But I'm doing fine. Definitely right to bring the Hema. Are you Meme Lord? Are you kidding? We're all Meme Lords. We're playing Warframe. Like, this is the memeiest game. I'm kind of disappointed. I wanted this to be harder. This is so easy. Oh, man. Alright. I feel like this would have been harder if we were with 4 people. Alright, that was really easy. Hopefully the other ones will actually be hard. Except they won't, because I know one of them is a rescue, so, like, that's gonna be really easy. And just bring Loki. Alright, well, first one down, folks. There we go. I was way overly careful. To be fair, I did lose almost all my health, but, like, whatever. Wrath, welcome. Ugh. Delicious. So, let's see what we got here. Next we have a rescue mission. Energy reduction, that's a bit annoying. I have a battery because I have Twitch Prime. Yes, Wrath, thank you. I'm glad that people can learn. I didn't understand what that was for a long time either. Thank you for telling people what the battery is. It's confusing. Like, I wish it was more explicitly labeled. I want to make sure we have enough. It's not really necessary, but I would like to have enough energy for radial disarm. But battery prime. Yeah, we'll go with this. It should be fine. It's a rescue mission, for goodness sakes. Like, it shouldn't be that hard. Come on. In fact, I would argue that these are also kind of easier solo, because, like, you don't really need help to get inside. So as long as you can hack fast enough, like... YouTube Prime. That's YouTube Red, man. YouTube Prime is YouTube Red. They already have YouTube Prime. They just didn't copy the name, and they have a worse name instead. We have enough to go invisible, so I think we're basically in business here. IGN Wraith. I would get that. How hard is the farm to get IGN Wraith? Pretty bad. XandyPants Prime. That would be $1 million. This is really expensive. Probably don't need to actually use this elevator, but I will. Might as well use this opportunity to pad myself. That's one thing about energy reduction sorties. They really should just be called, like, energy pad wasting sorties. Like, because that's all it really amounts to. Like, you just spam energy pads and then it's not really conditioned. Oh, well, that Mo is like, this is the wrong way. I thought I would just stand here to let you know that this is not the right way. Thank you, Moa, that's helpful. 1 billion points in clan event. XandyPants needs a frame based off him. That would be horrendous. Like, just think about that. Think about what you did when you suggested that. Like, apologize for what you did. That would be horrific. Honestly horrific. What would it be? What would the XandyPants frames abilities be? Tell me in the in the comments. Oh my god, in the chat. What would the XandyPants frames abilities be? Yeah, dude, the Pope frame looks so sick. Also, from now on, we're calling it Pope frame. Forget Dark Priest frame. That's not cool. I want Pope frame. Yeah, Oxymos spray. Yeah. I can't actually fight you that well with this loadout. Alright, well, let's go. Oh, I don't know this one that well. Goodness, golly Jesus. Let's, just hack in, shall we? Oh, there are only 2 because I'm solo. Easy. Alright, let's pad. Not to be confused with padding in the LOR raid. Which is... XandyPants first ability. Cancels out active pants. Nice. The enemy's models have no pants. It reduces armor. That's what it'll be. It reduces armor. Yeah, your 2 is you can switch to being Nausea. You just, like, wholesale, you can just play Nausea instead if you want. Oh god, the hostage is already dead. Okay. Oh, derp. Derp. No, I will not fail. Alright, hostage, let's do this. Forest Behold. I gotta read all of these things. Hold on a sec. Let me get through this, and then we'll, I'll look over. Oh my god. Hostage, please. I believed in you. I trusted you. But you betrayed me. Did he at least, like, get somewhere? Okay. Come on. You can do it. At least it has my Furus now. Okay, let's motor, people. Come on, hostage. You can make it. You can make it. Clip to my location. As soon as it clips to me, we'll be fine. There we go. It did. Alright. Easy peasy. No problem. Oh yeah, keep out. I forgot my own tech. Safeguard switch. Thank you. Keep out, in this case, I don't think I would have made it to extraction before he bled out, but generally it's possible, yeah. I just wanted to be careful. There's no rush. These sorties don't exactly take a long time. It's fun to, like, be a little bit more meticulous about the game sometimes. Alright, let's see what our last one is. Mobile defense, assault rifle only. Okay, that doesn't seem very hard. How about Frost? And how about with the Tsar? Does that count as an assault rifle? Let's, did I get rid of my Frost loadout? That's an issue. Might have to remake that. Or we could just use this. No, that would be totally YOLO. Alright, Frost. You want to see Soma Prime instead? I think I want to use the Tsar. If we're allowed to use it. Let's check if we're even allowed to use it first. Do I still have fashion for this? That's fine. This came out better than I expected. I guess these don't matter. Jin with the Volklock. Should probably be Dariga. And then I'll run probably Death Machine Rifle. Let's just make sure. No. Is this it? Ice Wave Impedance. Sure, that's probably it. Let's do that. Let's assume it's that one. Alright. Can I see your Banshee fashion after? Sure, keep out. Somebody asked for an Atarax build without Maiming Strike too. We'll show that stuff. After this, we'll just do Q&A. This took way less time than I expected. Oh, I see why this is difficult. Because see, you can't use any weapons because it's an assault rifle sortie, but you have to carry the thing. So like while holding this, I can't use any guns. You don't use weapons on your sentinels to increase their survivability. Well, I run Prime to Regen and Vitality on my sentinels to increase their survivability, but that's not a bad strategy. I just don't find that they die like 4 times on normal missions. On like endless missions, there's no way to keep them alive anyway. But they can do really significant damage, so I definitely think you should use a weapon on your sentinel if you have the resources to invest in one, but like it's kind of nice that you get a bit of a trade-off. Like if you don't have enough to invest in a good sentinel weapon, then like it's not that bad because they survive a bit more. So we're gonna put a globe up, but it's not gonna be super necessary because we're just gonna slow all the enemies before they get here and then cannon them. Oh, that feels so good. The Tsar is so much fun to use. So we're just gonna Ice Wave everywhere. Ice waves all over the damn place. All the Ice Wave. Great. Look at that. Just devastating. Utterly devastating. Worst comes to worst, we could just freeze everything. There we go. Smooth as silk. Oh, globe is down though. I gotta be careful because these globes have like no health. They're just meant to direct like stray fire away from the objective. They don't have enough to like sustain it by itself. That has to be done with my Ice Waves. Tsar counts as an assault rifle. Now I've seen everything. I know, right, man? Like everything counts as an assault rifle. That's like one problem with this game. Like they really do. They would make these challenges a lot harder if they just like made that kind of stuff not true. Like they need to make it more of a challenge by like actually limiting the weapon. Like an assault rifle is not a limitation. Like a pistol is not a limitation. Like it's really not hard to just like pick a good pistol and then like you could have just only used that anyway. Like you may very well have chosen to only use that anyway. That doesn't count as enough of a limitation. We're going to be spamming energy pads here pretty hard until we get a Zenuric up and running. But that's okay, that's why they're there. And we're almost done. Let's vacuum up this loot. And there we go. I like how the terminal just kind of craps out the payload after. It's like, bleh. Take it. Can you play with me? I've done that pretty much on every other stream, but this stream I'm going to do things solo. But in general, yes. In the future, yes. Just for this specific stream, I'm going to go solo. Hey, that would be a good idea. Spacey Bar, that would be a good idea for a sortie constraint. If the constraint was like, you have to use a Mark 1 weapon, or something like that, you know? I think that'd be cool. That could be kind of fun. It'd be challenging, it would certainly be challenging. This is a good position because I can cover everything with probably just one Ice Wave impedance. Yeah, pretty easily. Okay, now I have Zenuric up too. Alright, now we're in business. I mean, if there was ever a doubt that we were ever gonna I'll be back online soon, TM. Hi, Kagamatsu. Thanks for watching. Third sortie survival with Mark 1 weapons. Well, the thing is, like, it still wouldn't actually be that hard because you could theoretically just use, yeah, keep out. I just noticed that just as you were saying it. I actually have Vazarin, not Zenurek. So we're kind of screwed, but it's fine. I'll just pad. Have you tried using duration on Frost? Yes, I've tried everything on Frost. Honestly, Frost is kind of nice. Like, you can build Frost however you want to, like, suit your playstyle, and none of it is, like, terrible. Like, I do think that range is good, and duration is good, and strength is, like, not as good. But that's just me, and, like, strength has its own benefits, you know? You got people coming this way. Doop, doop, doop. I can just strap an Axe Little Prime on an Aterix and call it an assault rifle. That's pretty much how the cookie crumbles, man. Let's chuck a freeze out. And just leave these guys alone. They aren't bothering anyone. We can all be friends. Screw that nullifier. Screw that nullifier a lot. Let's just run. Parkour badly. Strap a kunai to a Lex Prime and call it a new weapon. Dude, that would be cool. Like a harpoon gun pistol. I would like that, personally. If, like, the Harpack was a pistol, that would be good, since the Harpack is not good anymore, because, like, the Parasist exists now. I would like a Harpack pistol. That sounds sick. Let's just hide behind this. Honestly, and just, like, see how long we get. Oh, Nully. Oh, the Rattels are actually kind of annoying because they get in here pretty fast. You should stream on YouTube too. No, because there are a lot of reasons. And it's perfectly fine that you asked. I'm happy that people are asking. The reason I'm not streaming on YouTube super often is because YouTube actually has a lot of features that make the stream kind of annoying and, like, not work as well. First of all, the quality goes down because I have to simultaneously stream to both services, and YouTube requires slightly different settings to look good. So that has been hindering the quality of the stream for some time now, so I decided to not do that. Second of all, YouTube doesn't let you start and stop the stream, like, whenever you want. There is a way to stream on YouTube like that, but it's more cumbersome. Third, Twitch has less of a stream delay. Fourth, quality on Twitch is better. Fifth, I want to get sponsored on Twitch because that would allow me to make doing content creation my full-time job much sooner. So I want support on Twitch much more than I want the support on YouTube at the moment. Or I should say, I do want support on both, but YouTube is doing good right now. Twitch is not doing that great. I'm a very small Twitch channel considering my size on YouTube. So I want to rebolster Twitch. What the? This Rattel is like, pay attention to me. So yeah, those are a lot of reasons why I am not going to stream on YouTube that often. I will stream on YouTube every so often because it helps build the audience, but I do have a whole 5-paragraph essay on why I'm not going to stream on YouTube, but I'm not never going to stream on YouTube. I'm just explaining I used to always stream on YouTube, but I'm explaining why I am not doing that all the time now. Because it does seem good, but it's actually not as great as it might seem like it is. That's all. But it's perfectly understandable to want it. Like, it's not a bad. I'm not salty about it, guys. Put your salt away. I just wanted you to know why. I was going to explain why, like, at some point in this stream, and I'm happy that you asked. And I do, in fact, have a 5-paragraph essay on it because I was going to do a video on it and just, like, explain because I thought it'd be interesting. Oh, by the way, you all are talking about frost armor stripping. Yeah, you can. That does happen. If you get enough power strength, it does remove all armor, and you definitely want to do that because if you freeze people, they can't get status effects, so you're kind of preventing them from getting killed, you know? So you definitely want to be removing the armor if you, well, I don't really need Zenuric anymore, but I might as well keep it on. I know how to keep out the vicious irony that I got a Zenuric lens after neglecting, yeah. Anyway, if people wanted this Frost, this is what I had built, but you can build Frost a lot of different ways, and he's good in all of them, so don't worry about that. Latrell, you mean this is your first stream you've watched? That's cool. I'm glad that it's mine. That's flattering. Keep out. You asked for Banshee fashion. Yes. What's your name? Like in real life, Keep out? It's Xander. Let's get the euphona. Alright, let's see. What can we show you about this? I think I did cover this on Fashion for Fridays at some point, but yeah. Next level, welcome. Oh, Latrell, the first stream of yours. What we're doing on the stream today is we were doing solo sorties, and now we are going to do just whatever people want to see, basically. If there are things that people are interested in seeing, I can demonstrate them. I'd like to do whatever people want to see, but I'm going to show Keep out these Banshee Prime colors. There's that. This is solid black. This is a nice little green from Katir that I use a bit too much. This is rose gold. This is a nice purple. And here are the exact same colors in the exact same places. And I've got the Banshee default thing here. This is Dendra on this side, Dendra on the opposite side. And then we have Kuva here, the Holta piece there, and then there's sort of like a through line of solidity. I decided to go for the asymmetricality instead of trying to mitigate it, so that's why that's like that. And then somebody wanted an Atarax build that does not use Maiming Strike. Let's take a look at what that might look like. So we're still doing Burning Wasp because you can get headshots if you ever swing it as a normal weapon, and that's going to become much more important now that we're not spin attacking all the time. And then we're going to look at what this build has. So the crux of this build, this is like a normal Maiming Strike, Memeing Strike build. You're stacking Weeping Wounds and Blood Rush because this weapon can have good bleeds like at the same time as having other stuff. So if you're going to get rid of Maiming Strike, the best way to capitalize on the loss in damage, I guess you could say, is probably to add more slash damage to make you as seldom often as possible get impact and puncture. So we're going to mostly copy these mods. We're still going to run Primed Reach. You could possibly take that off now that we're not spinning. We're still going to run Weeping and Blood Rush because that's like what makes the weapon tick. So we're still going to run those. We're still going to run, where are you? Drifting Contact. What else is on my build? Berserker, we're still going to run. Pressure Point and Organ Shatter, we're still going to run. We're still going to run all the same stuff, basically. And then we're just going to have to find substitutes for the things that we don't have, like Maiming Strike. So probably the best thing you could put here is Buzzkill. Now, as I understand it, this isn't going to increase the damage of your actual slash procs, but it will make it so you almost never get impact or puncture procs. Now, another option would be to add status chance. So you could add, probably the best thing to add is going to be Toxin. So this gives you much more status chance, but then there's a bit of a chance that you'll get Toxin instead of Slash, which isn't as good. I haven't done the math, and I'm not sure if this is better, but I think you should do that, basically. Do that. This is what I recommend if you want a Maiming Strike build that does not have Maiming Strike. Just make all of these mods are good. It's not just this mod that's good on this build. All of these mods are good. So substitute it and keep the build exactly the same is what I'd say. Octavia Fashion. Sure. We have some Octavia Fashion. I think I recently redid my Octavia Fashion. Let's take a look. I'm not sure if I'm done. Oh yeah, that's not bad. I did redo this like fairly recently. I'm considering having Octavia be my new like stealth Warframe. So I had set her up with the Tsar. There you go. That's what it looks like. Let me show you the colors. It's a bit more washed out because I just like it. I'm not going to show you a Wukong build because I'm doing one next week in a video. Or very soon. Maybe not next week, but probably next week and very soon. So I won't show you a Wukong build. There's one coming really soon. I think you're going to like it a lot. It's very strong. It's good for Kuva farming. And it was an idea by Joey Zero, which is another great Warframe YouTuber. So this primary is a cream sort of color from Shamrock. Now you could use this color, but I feel like it's a little washed out. It does look kind of nice, but this appearance is a bit dark. See, if you put that there, it's a little muted. I kind of like having just a bit of a splash of color in there, right? So there you go. And then this is this color. You want to see a Legion build? Sure, I can do that. There's the secondary color. Here's this sort of blood red. There's my splash of color. I want it to be very muted. This is pure black for the accents, and then pure black for the energy as well. You can actually still see your like music rings on your 3, but you are totally invisible when you're stealthed, which is why I like it. So that's why that's like that. And then here are the colors. They're basically the same, except this is slightly different, slightly lighter, and this is a little bit lighter because I wanted there to be some light in this instead of it just being black. Although that does look kind of cool, but I wanted it to be a bit bright, like that. So, somebody said Legion. Let's look at Legion. The Legion. I did show a Legion build in my what's it called? In my Limbo video, but it was this, so please stop doing perverted shit in my chat. That's not cool. Get it out of there. Let's talk about this bleed stacking Legion build. So I think that Weeping Wounds saves space, but there's nothing wrong with running a Toxin element here instead. You don't need it because what's it called? You're gonna get Toxin from the proc of the Legion anyway, so there you go. You don't need to put Toxin in, you'll still have Viral, but if you want to put in more status chance, then that's one thing. I think that Weeping Wounds is relatively better because it keeps your damage skewed towards slash. Somebody says, why so much slash damage? I know it doesn't increase the bleeds on the slash, that's based on the base damage of the slash on the weapon, but having more slash damage makes you get more slash procs, like slash procs more often, so that's why. You want almost all slash procs in this weapon. That's the whole point, that it stacks slash procs really fast with good status chance, so it is good to stack a lot of slash damage. And also, slash damage is good. Behold a new subscriber. Hey, Ninja X, welcome. Ninja X, we're doing what's it called? Just like whatever people want to see. So if you have any questions, they're just things you want to see, go for it. Do you think Conditioned Overload is worth it? Yeah, because it's 120 melee damage outgoing, just like right off the top, you know? So like you're gonna have a slash proc and you're gonna have a viral proc, and you might also have a cold proc because before you get the Legion's passive, you'll have just cold, and then when the Legion procs, you'll get viral. So you will somewhat likely have slash cold and viral, and then it's 3, and that's 180% damage, but even at 120% damage, it's really good. Now this is really expensive, so if you don't have enough for it, forget about it, that's fine, but there you go. So that's that build. Great. It's actually good on Octavia too, because you have bleeds. Did you bother building a Ghazal machete? Yes, I actually did. I actually really like the Ghazal machete. It's not good, but like I like how it looks a lot. It's a nice weapon. It looks kind of like a what's it called? Like a gingerbread? It kind of looks like gingerbread, but I don't know. Anyway, everybody knows that Aterix with please. Aterix with Necros is like, there you go. Like, that's what's going on. Let's do this. People are People are getting feisty. Let's go farm some stuff. What can we farm? Let's go to Kuva Fortress. Let's do Kuva. Let's do Kuva runs. I could go for some Kuva. We can reroll some stuff if y'all want to see that. Someone says Ghazal is good with condition overload because of its status chance. 25% status chance is okay, but I definitely don't think that it's that. Condition overload is not good that often because you will often kill in less than 3 hits. And if you're killing in less than 3 hits, then you're very likely to only be getting 1 status effect. And if you're only getting 1 status effect, it's not a very good damage boost. So it's only when you're killing in more than a certain number of hits, like the Legion often kills in a lot of hits, but it just kills anything, that's when condition overload's good. On almost all melee weapons, it doesn't end up being worth it because you just kill the enemy before you need the extra damage. Rip. Nero, I've told you before, keep that shit out of my chat. I'm not interested in people talking about everything on the Twitch game banned list in my chat. Get it out of here. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know. Condition overload, like, it's kind of a mixed bag. It's really good in things like the index where you can stack up conditions like really hard. So, go figure. It's just not like it's not an all-purpose mod, you know? That's all I'm trying to say. A lot of people think it's like, oh, you get bonus damage for each condition if the weapon has good condition. I'm thinking of Guild Wars 2. Status chance. Then it'll be good, but not always, because you have to remember you're not getting that big a damage bonus unless you stack up like a lot of status effects. You know, you really have to have like 2 or 3, or it's not that good. So even if you have 100% status chance, you still have to be killing in more than 2 hits for it to be good, which you're often just not. So, go figure. Somebody says, why is Yandere Simulator banned from Twitch? It's a complicated reason. He did a video on it, and it's pretty well written, so you should go check it out. If you go to Yandere Dev's channel on YouTube, he has a very good video on like why Yandere Simulator is banned on Twitch. And they finally explained it to him after a long time. They should have explained it way sooner, but they finally did. So you should definitely go check it out. It's really well worded, well put, very informative. It's a good video. You should check it out. Someone's got the Zenistar Dynasty skin. I feel like I'm dying a lot more than I should be. Oh, there we go. I was like, is health conversion not up or something? Let's summon some dudes, get our defenses actually cooking here. Although Kuva Guardians, like, we're not exactly going to be able to take a hit too often. Clear these enemies out a bit more. And now we got to get to the Kuva. Looks like our team is relatively competent. They're actually, like, finding it too. Hubba-bubba, that way. Okay. I thought I just saw it. Is it coming from above? Where's the Kuva? Did you see that? It was like just not there. Or maybe, I don't know. Might have been ahead of me. It seems like it kind of wasn't there. Crimson, I'm probably not going to play with viewers this time. I usually do, but I'm probably not going to this time. I figured we'd just talk a little bit, hang out. There are some questions that needed answering, so I thought we'd answer them. And this is also, like, to some degree, this is like a bit of a test stream for, like, just how the new settings are working, how things are going without YouTube. And the stream is, like, a pretty good size, so I'm pretty satisfied so far. And that was the purpose of the stream, was to test that stuff out, so I'm pretty happy with it. What I'm not happy with is finding these Kuva clouds. Let's see. Oh, there's only one braid left. Okay, my team's kind of on it. Let's just kill everything. Sometimes you gotta know, like, it is not always good to just go for the clouds. Like, sometimes your team is kind of bad, and, like, you have to carry the clouds. But it's better to adapt to what your team is good at doing, and then just, like, do whatever they're not. And it looks like this team is not killing stuff, but... You think that the Supra Vandal would be good. Is that gonna be a thing? That sounds interesting. The Supra is okay as it is. It's, like, fairly good, so yeah, that would probably be good, I would guess. It's just a wild guess, but yeah, sure. I don't think it's gonna be like the Ignis Wraith, where, like, the Ignis Wraith is, like, the exact same as a regular Ignis. I think it'll be okay, yeah. Mara, I agree. It'll probably be, like, usable, but not great. By the way, Fufin, you've been here for a while, and if you're still here, I wanted to say hi. You came in earlier. Fufin gave me a very generous donation last week on stream, which you can see, like, right below me. Fufin has been a awesome viewer. There was a stream we did where we played Guild Wars, and we got sponsored by a really big channel, and they sent the person from that channel sent us a lot of viewers, like a very large amount of viewers. And during that stream, Fufin, I believe that was the first time you saw my channel, and it was great. Oh, my heroism failed. No, it's fine, Fufin, thanks for watching. Like, even if you don't watch that actively, like, it's nice to have somebody just, like, to say that there are more people watching the channel, like, that gets people in more. What do you think about the priest frame concept? It's cool. It's good. I don't know. I haven't, like, watched the entire dev stream yet. I just watched Shy's abridged version. It was interesting. I'm just not sure I, like, understand the concept that well yet. I'm not sure they understand the concept that well. Can you show your Nikana build? I have a build focused on Red Crits, Blood Rush, Attack Speed, Corrosive Status, Elemental Dual Stat mods. That sounds exactly the same as my build, so sure, yeah, I'll show you it. Let's look at that. Oh, whoops. Y'all aren't supposed to see that. Don't pay no attention to what you just saw. Okay, so Nikana Prime. Great. So, this is going to be my normal build for Excalibur, and then here's my actual, like, using it as a melee weapon build. So, pressure point, body count, 20% status is not amazing, so I think it is mostly better to leave it alone. We can talk about what dual stat mods would do to this. If you want, we can swap those in pretty easily, but this is what I run. Standard, body count, pressure point, organ shatter, blood rush combination there. Then we've got Berserker, of course, and Life Strike, which this weapon has good damage per swing, so it's very efficient Life Strike healing, so that's good. And then we have Corrosive, because that's all the space we have. So what I would say is, like, if you're going to build this weapon, these mods are mandatory, because this is a body count Blood Rush build. This is what makes body count Blood Rush weapons good. So if you don't have these mods, these are the best 5 mods to start with. You can use Drifting Contact here, obviously, it's not a big deal, but these are the 5 mods I would start with. And then Life Strike is good. I think it's good on this weapon. Weapons that do lots of damage per hit are efficient for Life Strike. If weapons hit really, really fast, I'd recommend not Life Strike. It's going to be too expensive. And then you have Open Space, right? So I use 90% elements. Let's just look at what it would be if you did the... Where's my Voltaic Strike? So you're going to have 44%, and then let's look at how much more you get with that. So you go up to 52%. So you're looking at 52% versus 20%. Personally, I think that this weapon is gonna kill people in 1 or 2 swings once it's, like, sped up, but it's not bad. That's not bad. 52% versus 20% is not bad. So if you want to run status chance instead, that seems okay. It seems pretty good. It seems fine. You could also potentially do this if you want to get rid of Life Strike. You could run... Let's get rid of status here. and then run like Fever Strike there, and now we have a lot more damage. Damage takes a pretty big spike. You just don't have Life Strike, so maybe you could use that. But I like the build that I had. I might try doing condition damage. Status chance. Sorry, I'm thinking in Guild Wars terms again. But I do like having it be upfront damage because I think most of the time you just don't need the status on this weapon. It does so much damage. So that's just what I use. I hope that that was helpful. I hope that that made sense. That's why I use what I use. I don't think it's wrong to use something else. That's why I use what I use. Where's my body count? Bam. Okay. Da-da-da-da-da. Great. Boo boo boo. Wanted to make an account to comment on this stream, then I noticed I had one already. Story of my life, man. Like on all of these services, it's like, do I have an account here yet? Like, let's see. People said some stuff. Let me read up a little bit. You use Tranquil Cleave. Are the other stances better? It's mostly preference. Ninja, I would say it's pretty much preference. I like Blind Justice because I really like the combos. I think that the pause combo is really easy to execute. Let's take a look at that a little bit. Let's play with it a little, and we can talk about it. But you can see here that I'm using this build that I showed you just now with Blind Justice. So the reason I like Blind Justice is because a lot of the combos are like easy to do and very powerful. But Tranquil Cleave is just fine as well. Let's go ahead and pop off a Neo Exterminate. Let's go solo too. Sundering Weave is best for machete. Get out of here, Madway. The best thing for machetes is to not use machetes. So we're gonna pop that guy. Now our goal is to group some enemies up with this magnetic field so that we can charge into them and charge up our... Oh, it died. That's bad news. I didn't want it to die. The goal was not for it to die. You were not supposed to die there. Go figure. Well, we gotta live with it now. Anyway, so let's get this going. So let me show you the Blind Justice combos that I like by kind of fighting these enemies and also kind of just cheesing these enemies. So the default Blind Justice combo is this. You swing. Those swings are all really good, but the swing at the end locks you in an animation for a little bit too long. You see this one? Swing, swing, and then... Come on, finish it. Okay, well anyway, when you speed up, it's not that bad. But there you go. The default combo is okay. It's good for popping off dudes really quick, but it's not the greatest. But I don't use it that often. Usually the combos I use are the block combo, which is this. Really, really powerful combo with lots of movement. Very, very strong. Let me refresh my Iron Skin. And it really cuts through enemies very nicely. It has a very good frontal cleave. This is a really good combo. You could just absolutely dab on people. It's super easy. So I like that a lot. And then the other combo that I think is really good and is actually pretty easy to do is a pause combo. So you just pause immediately and then you start swinging. So you hold and now you just spam. And you do that. And it's a really, really good combo. This one is just really strong. It has very, very good single target damage, and it's very easy to use. Like normally pause combos can be kind of hard, but this one you just pause out of the gate, so it's not that bad. And I really like it. And it just, I don't know, it's like weird looking. The stance is really weird looking, and it's fun to use, so I don't know, that's why I like it. But Tranquil Cleave is also maybe even easier to use. Like it's just like, I think the combos are not as rewarding to use. Like you don't gain as much for executing the combos correctly, and they aren't as interesting, and honestly that's most of it, but it's really not a big deal. What button to use to melee, which is the easiest to pull off combos? I have my melee bound to both my E key, which you can hear, and also to my mouse wheel scroll down, which you cannot hear. And the reason I do this is because when you're spamming melee a lot, mouse wheel down saves you from like destroying your keyboard, because you can't even hear me swinging right now, right? But if I was using E, you'd be hearing it like this, and that would suck, right? So, and it would also hurt my finger. My finger already hurts from what you just heard. So I use both. And I use both because mouse wheel down is great, but you can't hold. So like I can just like spam block combos and whatever, but I can't do my pause combo, this combo, with just my mouse wheel down because you can't hold the mouse wheel down. There's no way to register that. So you can just hold down E and then start scrolling the mouse wheel, and the transition is really easy and it feels good to me. I would recommend experimenting, but I definitely recommend trying binding your melee to mouse wheel down. I would still keep it on E though. I think that's good too. Oh, good point. Hot Flame says Tranquil has the finisher. That's true. That's a decent point. I guess I just feel like this is already getting the damage done pretty adequately fast. Also, just a quick note. Before I was saying that I like this stance and this playstyle without using status chance, because you usually kill the enemies in like 2 to 3 hits, and the increase in status chance doesn't have time to be better. And as you're seeing in most of these cases, you indeed do not take more than 2 or 3 hits to kill the enemies. They just die as soon as you touch them. Like maybe these bombards, like it would help. I request that we acknowledge that it would help on the bombards, but like not everything is bombard, so go figure. Maybe I will try the status ones. Maybe that's better. I'm not sure. I'll play with both. Did you miss the Overwatch stream? No, we're gonna stream Overwatch tomorrow. In fact, I might even stream Overwatch tonight. We'll see how I feel. I have so much stuff I want to stream for Overwatch. Like, there's so much Overwatch stuff I want to show. And let's pop those guys. There we go. Do. Damn, I just joined and was on Warframe instead of Chrome and your voice scared me. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I scared you. I don't think my voice is that scary. Did it just startle you? Or is it actually scary? Oh, so easy. It just cuts through them like butter. This weapon is so good. It's like fun to use and good. Yeah, next level I'm gonna do the Uprising event. Uprising is great. I might do a video on like the quote meta, or like a tier list for the Uprising event. I think that'd be kind of fun. It wouldn't be like all that useful because I don't think people would watch it, but like I think it'd be kind of fun to do. What's better, Steel Charge or Energy Siphon for your Ashe has Energy Siphon? Steel Charge is better for Ashe, I believe, because Steel Charge affects the total damage on your Blade Storm. And that's actually a lot, because Blade Storm's base damage is really high. So Steel Charge is very, very good for buffing Blade Storm damage specifically, but Steel Charge is not very good like normally. It doesn't add that much damage like normally, but yeah, it's really good for Blade Storm, so if you're going to do Blade Storm damage, keep Steel Charge. Otherwise, Energy Siphon's a great aura. I don't really think it's worth the Forma to swap the aura to a dash just for Energy Siphon when Steel Charge is good for something that you do use Ashe for, so go figure. But that's just my opinion. Oh, this is so brutal now that it's up to 3 times multiplier. Like, look at that. That's nasty. What are we doing? Is this an exterminate? I thought this was a survival for a little bit. I was like, why aren't I getting rewards? Where are my timed rewards? Curses. You know what we could do? You know what we should do? Should we do I'll do a solo survival and see how long I go. That'll be the end of the stream. It seems like something people have been asking for. I've never done that on my channel. I never do stuff like that on my channel. Because I don't think it's that much fun. But like, if y'all want to see it, I don't think it would be challenging. I'm not avoiding it because I don't think I can. Like, I just don't want to. But I mean, if people want to see that, I'll totally do it. I have a sudden urge to give it a try. So maybe I will do that. Maybe I need to use Tranquil Cleave, but if it's easier for you to use, then you should use it. That's what I would say. The thing about Nikana stances is I think they did a really good job making them like an actual choice instead of like changing the weapon. Because there are a lot of stances that actually change how the weapon functions. Like, there's a stance for claw weapons, you know, like Venka Prime and stuff, that gives the weapon momentum, which is like, you have to pick that one. Like, momentum is much better than any other bonus you would get from a stance. Like, you need to keep that one a lot. Like, you have to use that. So I don't like that very much. But for the Nikana Prime, I think the 3 stances, like, they're really just different styles. I do think that the two-handed one is a bit weak, a little bit weak, but it's not statistically weak. It's just, I just think it is, the combos are a little bit less good, and it's kind of slow, but it's not a big deal. Which class stance has momentum? It's called Gaia's Tragedy. Tentatively, it's called Gaia's Tragedy. I'll show you in a sec. Are you getting Destiny 2? Yes, 100%. In fact, I will probably cover Destiny 2 content on the channel, because I really, really like it, and I think it's going to be a good game for content creation. So, yeah, Mara, I'm forgetting the name. I'll show you in a sec once we get out of this mission. Seismic Palm? No, I think that's a... Anyway, we'll check it when I get out of the mission. I'm right here. Be patient. A formal blueprint. That's decent. I'm not super disappointed by that. So, if people have lingering questions after the stream, I hope that people got to see, like, all the stuff. Then there you go. And if you have further questions about this, you're watching this on YouTube, leave it in the comments. Good. I'll probably stream later, and I'll stream this time tomorrow, so great.